Hey guys, how's it going? There's quite a large gap behind me where my old Samsung TV used to be. If you want to see the video for that, you can watch it in the top corner here. But today we'll be looking at a new solution for my TV needs, an LG 4K 49-inch LED TV. So this is my replacement TV, I say as I'm wielding a knife. This is the LG UF770 series. It's 49 inches or 123 centimeters if you're that way inclined. And the big feature about this, I don't know if you can see it because it's covered by a sticker, but this here says Ultra HD TV. And in 2016, if you're going to buy an upgraded television, if you're going to replace your old 1080p TV with a new TV, I would definitely suggest going 4K, even if a lot of stuff doesn't support it yet, because in the future, obviously I would say the next year or so, things like Netflix and YouTube currently support 4K. I put the knife back down again. Currently support 4K, but you've got your satellite dishes like BT offering Ultra HD, sport and TV shows, and even Sky are doing it now as well. So you just need the right requirements and to pay the right amount of money to those companies, and then you can get ultra high def pictures yourself. Now, for some people, HD's enough, 1080p's fine, Blu-rays look great in 1080p, and on a living room TV like this, you're sat so far back away from the screen that you don't really notice if something's high def or ultra high def. But for me, in my bedroom, I'm sat 6 feet away from the television screen. I play a lot of video games and I watch a lot of content on my TV, so having the ultra high definition option, for me especially, is something that I was looking for. So this is going to be the replacement television that I use. Let's crack into it then. And one really notable thing about this TV that I find especially striking is how thin it is. You can see there, it's probably the thickness of 2 arms. This is the box, and my Samsung TV, which the box for it is in there, is, I would say, twice the width of this. So I'm expecting quite a thin TV set out of this as well. This is the stand that I've heard so much about, which I'll get onto later on. And these are the legs for the stand, so I'll put these to one side for now. And then this is the TV set itself. So you can see it's not got a deceptive bulge in the back. It's quite well rounded on the back. Very thin. One thing I love on the front here is how little bezel there is. So you've got this tiny little bezel around the outside compared to even the Sony TVs, which are well known for having small bezels. This is probably about a third of the width of the bezel on this television set, so much nicer design. This TV has also been awarded an A+ energy rating, so it's really good for power consumption, so you'll save money on bills if you watch TV a lot. Without a shadow of a doubt, the worst part about opening a new TV is the polystyrene, which gets everywhere. But now we're going to assemble the stand, which I've heard a few things about in my research of the TV. A lot of people complaining that the quality of the stand doesn't quite match up to the TV's quality, and I'm inclined to agree, although I thought it would be totally plastic. There is metal plating around the edges, but the finish on the stand is scratchy plastic, so hopefully it doesn't look too bad, but it should support the TV, which is all we're looking for with a stand, really. And there we have our stand fully assembled. It took no more than 2 minutes. It's just a matter of a couple of screws. So this remote control normally comes separately for £30, but with this particular TV set, and I think this TV range, so the UF770 range, you get one for free. And essentially it's like a cursor. So you've got a little button here. I'll try and get a close up in a minute, but it's a tiny little remote. It's got your buttons that you need, but it's got navigation and sort of like a mouse cursor that you can use on the TV set too. And so here is our magic remote up close. You can see it's quite small. It fits well in the palm of the hand. But the important thing to note here is this part, which I will demonstrate on the television in a minute. It is basically the scroll and controllers for the smart TV. But for inputs, it's this button. For numbers, it's these buttons. It's pretty much a standard remote control. And there we have it, the completed TV set with stand. It's very sturdy in place. The quality of the stand is definitely something that could be improved in the future version, but it looks fantastic. It's huge, and it's got all the ports that we need, which we'll look at now. So what ports do we have on the back of the TV? You've got a SCART port, if you still have a SCART enabled device like a VCR or maybe an old DVD player. Your component in and your optical out. For satellite dishes and for satellite boxes, you've got this, and then you've got your antenna for standard aerial stuff, so it's got Freeview HD built in as well into this television. And then on the side here we've got 3 HDMI ports, 2 USB 2.0 ports and 1 USB 3 port, and they're all in one place, which I love. On some TVs you've got inputs on one side and you've got inputs over on the other side, and it can get quite confusing. So it's good that this television has them all in one place. So the initial setup of this TV is awesome. This is the first thing you see when you load up, and you can see from this remote that as I tilt it from left to right, it acts as a cursor on the screen. So I assumed this part was the cursor in the middle. This is just a scroll wheel which will scroll up and down lists for you like this, and it is stunning quality. Set up your internet connection with wireless built in. So we've got all our networks here, and the fact that it's got a QWERTY keyboard and that it's motion activated means this is going to be a breeze to type in. So navigation throughout the TV set itself is really smooth. You press the home button on the remote here and it brings up the menu instantly, and then you can navigate again with the movement. So over here we've got quick access to HDMI ports, to Netflix and Amazon and YouTube and all of that. So I just want to see if my Apple TV is plugged in, and then I've got access to Apple TV. And there's no latency at all so far on default settings, which is fantastic. One thing I wanted to look at with this TV as well is it's got a built-in voice command system, sort of similar to how Amazon Fire TV and the new Apple TV does. How is the weather in London? That's what comes up on the side of the screen. So it tells you the location, it says what you search for on the top, and then it gives you this selection. What else can you search for? Can we do stuff like show me movies with Ryan Gosling? That might just be my accent. Let's try show me movies with Ryan Reynolds. It's picked it up and it brings back a few movies. Hit watch now and see where it takes us. So it then gives us the location of where I can watch this film. Show me movies with Steve Carell. There's a lot more selection here. I'm not sure that's just because Steve Carell's got more movies on these services. But Crazy Stupid Love I think is on Netflix. Let's try Bruce Almighty. I don't know what this service is. Again, same thing. So these apps I'll have to explore a bit more It's like a content store from LG. So similar to Apple TV and Amazon Fire TV and all that jazz, you've got things you can download and use. So Opera TV, WWE Network, Deezer, some games, Tanks and Pool and Crackle, so GoPro even. These are all free, so I don't really know what. Maybe premium means like special. Like these are specifically made for this TV. I'm not sure, but there are tons of apps, and I can't wait to dive into it. I want to explore what that 3D button does as well. So I hope you enjoyed this video of my unboxing and just a quick look at this LG TV. At the time of buying this, it cost about £600. For the 49-inch model. There are cheaper ones available for £500 for 40-inch, and there are even 55-inch models for around £800. Although I'm not sure the gap from 49 to 55-inch is worth £200 difference. But this is fantastic quality. It fits in perfectly. It looks amazing, and I hope more companies come out with Ultra HD stuff in the not too distant future. Thanks for watching. If you want to check out any of my other TV videos, I've linked them in the description below. Ask any questions about the TV you want and I will try and answer them. And thank you again for watching.